Um, good evening.
Good evening, please.
Please, what's your name?
My name is Abiodu Faleke.
What's your occupation?
Actually, I teach the Word of God. I teach the Bible. I'm a pastor.
Oh, how is communication involved in your occupation?
Actually, it's for pastor's job. Communication is mostly 90% of the job because as you study the Word of God, you have to teach it or explain it to people to understand. Bringing the Word of God to people or children, wherever you are. So communication is very vital. And at the same time, when I'm doing counseling or I'm advising, or people come to me with challenges, with some they're needing biblical view or problems of life, so I talk also. So that's the thing.
How is writing considered in your occupation?
Wow, just like speaking, really writing is just the same, like 90% of what I do, just like communication is about 90%. Writing because you read, books or things concerning what you want to teach. You read the Bible, and you have to jot your points down, like the topic or the title, the text, what's the passage. So you have to jot down the vital points. What's the Lord saying here? How do you interpret or explain the verses or the chapter to let people understand? And at the same time, how to apply what you're explaining to them. So writing too is very vital because oftentimes you forget. The older you get, the older you get, the more you forget.
Okay. When you're using communication, is the feedback high or low?
Well, for teaching or teaching the Bible to the congregation of the church, well, the feedback, it's not, you don't have a lot of feedback. You hope people get it. You hope they understand. But some feedback is body language. Either they're smiling, they're nodding, So you get this body language or, they're frowning. You understand, if they're getting it. So it's more body language. But also the feedback also is maybe when you're one-on-one with people, when you're counseling them, they bring their challenges of life or their problems. So that one-on-one also, it's also there in communication. Yes.
When you're using communication, do you have to use like different types of communication for different types of reasons?
Yes. When I'm teaching the Bible in the church, because we adults, it's a different communication because you assume so many things. You assume they would understand what they are saying. But I also teach Bible club for elementary school, for all this school. So you have to come down to their level. That communication is different. So for every stage or age of people, also I have children. When I'm talking to them, I have to make myself simple and clear. So you talk to adults, you talk to children, it's different. Or you're talking to some, educated people or some illiterates too, some people that do not go to school. So you have to vary, or it's different way you communicate with people. Yes.
Okay. And when you're using your communication, um, when you're using your communication, do you tend to get scared sometimes?
Yes, actually, that's a very good point. Many times, several times that I get up to share, to teach, or to speak, you still have that butterfly in your tummy, that fear, that stage fright, they call it. So, anytime, regardless of how many people, that's still there. That, well, I hope they will get it, or maybe what I read, I hope I'll be able to understand, or I'll be able to communicate well, or, I hope these people will like it, or I hope, so the thing is always there. I hope I won't forget this, or I hope the point I'm making is understood. Sometimes you're trying to make a point and people don't understand. So, or sometimes you don't even understand how to make the point. So yes, it's a challenge, for speaking.
Okay. Also, as a pastor, do you communicate to God, like pray before?
Thank you. Yeah, communication too is not only with people; it's with God. Several times, I want to go to bed. Before I teach, I pray. Even as my teaching, sometimes, most of the time, in my teaching, as I'm talking, people don't know. I'll be saying, "Oh Lord, help me with this," or in my mind, I'm still praying as I'm talking. It may not be all the time, but Most of the time, I still have to do that. Yes, you have to still talk with God about issues of life and keep talking to Him, things you don't even see. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.